Hi there trainers, welcome back to Adamantian Gaming. Today we're going to be playing in the Love Cup again, and we're going to be taking a look at my favourite team for the Cup so far, which has been double fighting with Ariados to support. Ariados is 100% necessary for this team to cover those nasty charmers that will tear you down otherwise. And there's a bit of, hopeful, positive alignment kind of thing included there, but generally it's a solid team, and yeah, I hope you enjoy seeing how it performs. If you like this content, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is really appreciated. And thank you so much if you do. Without further ado, though, let's get into these battles. So, getting into the first battle. I forgot to cut off these bits, but anyway, it should be quick enough. I've got it sped up. Right, Charaz and Noble. I've got Medicham up against the Wormadam, so that's quite a good start for us. What we're going to do here is just focusing and ramping up our damage with Power Up Punch due to the Wormadam's steel typing. It will add up, but we're going to charge to the Psychic and Bea. It doesn't really matter, but they might think it's a dynamic punch or something. Of course, they're not going to block this, but Medicham's counters are now going to start tearing it down. Look, it's already at half health just from a non-powered up set of counters. And this double pucked Medicham's counters are going to be doing some significant damage over time. We've already had to use our shield though, but can we farm it down before it gets on our move? Yes, we can. And down to the second Pokemon. The opponent brings in Ariados. We're going to go straight for the Psychic to try and force a shield. And they let it go, thinking we're baiting again. The Ariados gets one-shotted, and there's a Crustle in the back, getting torn down by these double-boosted, soon-to-be triple-boosted counters. Medicham is going ham in this first game. The Crustle doesn't even take us down before we get to our fourth power-up punch, and it's already like a third HP left. We force them to use their last shield, and just for the fun of it, we come in with our Ariados. Force the Crustle just to empty its energy, and Scrafty can close this no problem whatsoever. Ariados gets farmed down, and our Scrafty comes in just to do the dirty work. We're not even going to bother wasting a shield. Crustle can't hurt us badly enough. And I think I got a bit of lag here for a second. But we still don't use a shield, knowing we can still handle it, and we get the counter through and take the win, no problem whatsoever. Game 1 goes to us. So what we've got here today anyways is we've got a 5 out of 5 set and a 4 out of 5 set. Sorry, 3 out of 5 set. So an 8 win streak I think it was. Right, Medicham into Electrode, another neutral lead. And I believe the same strategy again. We charge up for the Psychic. We're going to let this go through. It's not going to be able to take us out. We can take one hit, as long as it's not a Hyper Beam, which he didn't have enough energy for that. So we'll charge up to the Psychic, one over it, and then throw out the Power Up Punch, trying to bait a shield, or at least ramping up our damage. We do successfully get the shield, and because of that, we're just going to go ahead and continue with our Power Up Punches, letting the counter damage do its job. We get both their shields as well, so that's fantastic. The opponents put themselves in a tricky position now. We'll shield up as well, just so we can counter it down before we get taken out. But we end up throwing the Power Up Punch, getting worried that Volt Switch damage would get through on time. And a quick swap into Ariados, which wasn't the ideal swap here. Should have went into Scrafty, but thankfully Ariados has got lunges, which will pull its damage down. And we'll be doing super effective damage. It does land, because they have no shields. And the opponent makes a lovely swap into their Talonflame to catch the next charge move. We've gone for the Cross Poison though, so that's pretty good. It does a bit more damage than the Lunge will do, although we don't get that attack debuff. We try to go for the Lunge, but unfortunately get farmed down at exactly the same time we reach it. We're going to come in with Scrafty here and hope that Scrafty with a shield can close this out for us. We're going to shield it the first. In case it's a Brave Bird, it's 9 times out of 10 a Flame Charge though. Could have let it go, but it's all good. We're going to get to the foul play here. And this should be about enough to take out the Talonflame. It is. And the opponent's just got their Slowbro left, it would make a quick swap into the Medicham, expecting them to throw, and they do on the 1 HP Medicham. And Scrafty is going to have no problem taking this game for us. Power up pup to finish. Power up pup. Powered up punch to finish. Not even fully charged. No need. It's a good game. That's 2 wins now. Good stuff. Double fighting squad. I had a lot of fun playing this team. It's rarely is it hard countered. It's usually neutral matchups you got to deal with and just be clever and work your way around it. Right, next battle we see a lead against Wigglytuff. So what we do in this situation is we do not switch out. We do not want to lose switch advantage on this thing because it will tear our team apart if we do. So Medicham's got to come in, power up punch, apply as much damage as it can with the counters. And look, that fairy's already over half HP down. And we get a shield as well. So that's fantastic. Medicham did a brilliant job there. And now we come in and align ourselves properly with the Ariados to their fairy. We shield up the Ice Beam because at this point it's not debuffed. They swap out, so do we. And it's a perfect matchup for Scrafty here in the back actually. We're not doing too much with our counters, but these foul plays are going to add up. And that thing can only throw Shadow Balls and Confusions, so Scrafty's going to have no problem taking any of its attacks. I don't think we're going to be able to farm this down, are we? Scrafty's going for it though, and we do manage to farm down. So we leave a ton of energy here to throw at the Wigglytuff. It's obvious they're going to bring that back in. We go straight for the foul play just to do as much damage as we possibly can. And Scrafty almost actually takes it out there. Ariados 1 Poison Sting, no problem at all. And it's an Alola Mola in the back. It's very like Harry Potter spell, isn't it? Aloha Mora. Anyway, straight away going for these debuffs. We've still got a shield to a shield. 2 lunges now, double debuffed. So at this point we can survive a psychic alright. But we're not going to have to because we've got that shield. We did get their last shield there as well. And now it's just time to start applying the pressure with these lunges. We should be able to get to another attack. Looks like we're going for cross poison here. Before they're able to reach 2 psychics. It's quite a slow charging Pokemon, thankfully. Tanky as it is, that Alola. We reach the cross poison and Ariados is going to take this win for us. Good game, opponents. So you can see, even the double fighting, if you've got that fairy at the start, you just let the Medicham do as much damage as it can. Don't try swap out of it. And then align yourself properly and hope that your 2 Pokemon in the back can handle the rest of the squad. It's rare they have double fairies. Though I don't think I have double fairy battle in this, but I have fought double fairies and kept Ariados alive and it's handled them both. It's all about the alignments and how lucky you get. Anyways, lead into Druddigon this time. Going straight for the power up punch, because these counters will add up on Druddigon as it's a fairly squishy Pokemon. We'll shield this first one up, and we should hopefully be able to farm down before they're able to reach another move. But the opponent does swap into their fairy, and we're prepared for it. We swap into our Ariados. Overcharge a little bit and go for the lunge to pull its attack down. Now, and we're able to reach the cross poison as well. The pure speed of this thing is ridiculous sometimes. The opponent lets it go as well, and it should just be a case of farming it down here. Now we have double debuffed it, so we do let it go, and it's just a Thunderbolt. Ariados can handle that, no problem. And we're able to reach another cross poison to throw blindly at whatever came in. And it wasn't a Alola, so that's totally fine. Medicham comes back in and going straight for the Psychic since they've got no shields left. This will be applying a good chunk of damage. It's looking like a close battle. We get to the power up punch and swap into Scrafty to catch the Psychic. Scrafty does like catching those Psychics. We CMP tie on the power up punch to their Night Slash, which is okay. It means we'll be able to get a boost. for the Alola, which means our foul plays are going to be hitting a lot harder. And we're able to get one little bit of extra farm, which we're not going to complain about that. Don't even need the foul play. We go for the power-up punch in what, maybe 1 or 2 counters, and that's going to be Scrafty taking this win. Good game, opponent. Yeah, so these fairies, they're in quite a few teams, but that's exactly why we need the Ariados. It can handle these swaps. Alright, I think this is the 5th battle. We're faced with a Milotic in the lead. And we're going to do the usual tactic of charging up to a Psychic. This is going to be a Surf, so we're going to block this. We want to preserve the health of Medicham at this point, and because of that we'll overcharge quite a bit, and we're just going to go straight for the Psychic at this point. Either we're getting a shield or we're doing some nice damage. We do get their shield and the defense drop, which is beautiful. And for some reason I tried to go for the other Psychic here. Should have just power-up punched. So we're going to let Medicham go down at this point, rather than wasting the shield. If I'd thrown the power-up punch sooner, we could have taken that lead battle, but Scrafty will come in and get some lovely farm there. And the opponent brings in a Galarian Slowbro, which is not a good swap against Scrafty unless it has a Focus Blast. But 9 times out of 10, they're just running a, what is it, Psychic and Sludge Bomb. So we'll make a swap onto the Ariados, hoping to catch a Focus Blast, but it was just a Sludge Bomb. And the opponent brings in, what was that, another Slowbro, and we're just going to go straight for the lunge. Oh no, it was a Scrafty. We're going to go straight for the lunge, that's totally fine. Pull its attack down twice before they're even able to reach a foul play, which means we can, no problem whatsoever, let the foul play come through, and keep that last shield for Scrafty to close this match out. We're not going to be able to farm this thing down. We're going to be forced to throw the Cross Poison, just to make sure. And a swap immediately into our Scrafty to start getting ahead in energy and reach that foul play before the Slowbro can reach a move. That does massive damage, and we should just be able to counter it down here for the win. Good game, opponents. So yeah, first set's a nice 5 out of 5. I know it says 4 there, but it glitched. We go back to the map, and then it shows up properly. And a Quilava just, okay, Pokemon, although it's the Johto Cup coming up soon, isn't it? So, that's Meganium, Typhlosion, and Feraligatr, if I remember correctly. So Typhlosions, I can imagine we're seeing quite a few of them in the next cup. Got to get mine fully ranked up and ready to go. I'm going to give it a go and see how it is. Because I've been incinerated by it too many times in the past, and I want to be part of that. Alright, on to the second set. Beto Martin. Medicham is faced with an Alola. Pretty neutral lead. So again, we're going to charge up to the Psychic, and we're going to go straight for the Psychic here. Just try to apply as much damage as possible, knowing that 9 times out of 10 they're not going to shield their Alola, but they do in this case. So that's totally fine. We'll take that shield advantage here. And we even get to another Psychic before they're able to throw. Medicham just piling on the pressure here. And we get both of their shields. At this point, Medicham has more than done its job. We're going to let it go down and rely on the back 2 Pokemon to handle this. And the opponent did overcharge quite a bit. Gets to the second Psychic pretty quickly. So we are going to have to shield this since it's not debuffed at all yet. But that's going to change soon. We'll go for the lunge after overcharging a little bit, just to make sure I've got some reserves of energy. And swap into the Scrafty to farm down, hoping to bait out a Fairy type, which we do. So now it's going to be all on Ariados to close this game out. A lot of pressure for the little bug. Can he do it? We'll have to see. So the counters get Wigglytuff half down thanks to its normal typing. And we swap into the Ariados and go straight for the Cross Poison. Takes out the rest of the Wigglytuff's health. And now it's an Electrode versus our Ariados. So we're going to have to go for these debuffs as soon as possible. We're going to have to land 2 and a little bit of extra damage. This is going to be close. We shield up their attack. We're going to get to the lunge before they reach another attack. Can the lunge take out the Electrode and give us the win? We've got some nice battle lag there. Go battle lag. That's what we like to see. But Ariados should have been able to take the win. But the lag gets us instead. It's that mysterious third shield that everybody's been talking about. God, we love to see it. I don't think. Come on, Pokemon Go. Sort your shimoli out. That is no good for anybody. So all things said and done, this should have been a 4 out of 5 set. Ah well. You get screwed like that sometimes. Next battle, another lead against a Druddigon. We've seen this before. We're going straight for the power-up punches. These counters are going to start racking up damage against this thing because it's quite squishy. And the opponent gets to their move. We're going to shield. Same thing as before. Dragon Claw comes through, and the opponent makes a switch into their Fairy. I accidentally throw the move here, rather than just swapping straight away. But we do get into our Ariados now, and we go for 2 cross poisons before throwing, knowing that we can get there before they reach their moves. They let it go, takes out the Wigglytuff, no problem. Are they going to bring back in the Druddigon, or are they taking their third in? Back in with the Druddigon, so we're going straight for the lunge here. This will kill it if they don't shield, which they do decide to. Can we reach the cross poison at the same time as the opponent reaches their move? We're going to let Ariados go down at this time, praying that they don't have another Fairy in the back, because if they do, it's all over for us. Thankfully, it's an Ariados, so we have a chance still. We're going to let the first move go through, definitely a lunge. And then we're going to swap to clear the debuff and try to get to that Psychic. We'll probably have to commit a shield here, just to make sure that we take out this Ariados, because it's going to be a bigger problem for our team. And their other Mon. We reach the Psychic, and this should be taking it out, if not almost taking it out. 1 tap left. Medicham does the job, and back in comes our Druddigon to get farmed down by this Double Fighters. We'll throw the power-up punch just to make sure. Looks like the opponent waited for a second there before starting attacking. 1 more counter finishes it off, and that is a good game. On to the next. Battle number 3 out of 5. Up against Ruby Squario. We've got Medicham against the Fairy Lead, and again, we've seen this. When we're faced with a Fairy Lead in this team, we stay in and apply as much damage as we can. But in the case of Clefable, we go for the Psychic, not the power-up punches. If they let this go, this will take it below half HP, or we get a shield. Either thing works for us. That's perfect, and we get farmed down. In with the Ariados, trying to farm it down before they reach a move, but they do get there. Because it's not debuffed, we're going to have to shield. And a good shield as well. That Psychic would have one-shot us easily. We leave a ton of energy though because of that. And we should be able to get our shield back pretty comfortably from the opponent. Although they bring in a Lola, and you know how it goes, they never shield these things. In with the lunges to start pulling down its damage as quickly as possible. Maximize how long we can stay alive. We overcharge to almost 2 lunges before throwing the second one. And can we reach the third in time? Well, we can, but we decide to swap into the Scrafty to tank the Psychic. That is a beautiful play, if I do say so myself. Scrafty tanks that, no problem, and their last Pokemon is an Electrode, but they have 2 shields left, so this is going to be risky. We charge up to the Foul Play to bait for one of those shields, and go for the Power-Up Punch. We do get the shield, that's perfect. And the opponent reaches their move, and at this point, we're going to have to shield to keep the Scrafty alive, because the Ariados is too low on HP to handle it himself. Unfortunately though, the opponent reaches a second move just as we reach our Foul Play, but Scrafty survives it with 1 HP. At this point, if they shield, it's essentially game over. They do. But we make a quick swap into our Ariados because the switch timers are up. Go straight for our lunge. Take out their electrode. And reach another lunge for the Alola. Oh my god, that was super close. We deserved to lose that, but we turned it around in the end. Go on, Spider. Take that win for us. Alright, next battle. Who have we got here? Got a 5-6-5. It's the second last battle. We're in the lead against Ariados. So again, fairly neutral. We're going to charge up and go, I think, straight for the Psychic here. If they let it go, it's taking it out. If they shield, then they shield. That's perfect. So we charge up and go for the Psychic. Miss a few bubbles, always good. And they let it go, so we one-shot the Ariados, and we've got a huge advantage now into their Slowbro. We're just going to go straight for the Psychic again. Just apply as much pressure as we possibly can. Because we know if we go for the Power-Up Punch, they ain't going to shield it. We do get the shield from that, though. And just for a little extra damage, we reach the Power-Up Punch just before we go down. Why not? Okay, now we can align ourselves properly. Scrafty against a Slowbro. And because it's charged up quite a bit here, we're going to shield just in case it's reached its Focus Blast. It's a Sludge Bomb. It will still hurt, but we could have taken it. Now we know this is just going to be another Sludge Bomb. They don't have enough energy for a Focus Blast as well, so we are going to let the second one go through. Scrafty handles that no problem. And we're going to charge to a Foul Play and a half, as much as we can, get that energy stocked up before throwing. We get their second shield, and the opponent tries to catch on their Milotic, but we swap into our Ariados, and we're going to get lunging that fool, pulling its attack down as quickly as possible. They have no shields, we have one. We decide to let this go, that's pretty risky, but Ariados does manage to survive and get to the next lunge. Whew, gotta love lunge. Any debuffing move, really. So we've left the Slowbro with one hit to farm us down. But Scrafty at this point should be able to... Well, he's already at the Foul Play. And that is going to be a good game. Double fight and taking another win. Good stuff. And good game to my opponent. Alright, and I think we're moving on to the last battle here. Who have we got? Ray with MTK. Right, Medicham against Slowbro. Again, a fairly neutral matchup, although, well, better for the Slowbro because we can't really hurt it with anything. We're going to just try and bait a shield here. I probably should have swapped straight away, but I didn't, so that's smart. And the opponent reaches what's most likely a Psychic, and it will do a ton of damage, and we've got a ton of energy. It's a Water Pulse, so we have to shield. And we're going for the Psychic this time. I definitely didn't play this last match too well. But we do end up getting a shield, so that's pretty nice. And we can't quite reach the second Psychic. We're not willing to commit another shield to the Medicham. It's going to go down, and we're going to have to trust in Scrafty in the back here. Can Scrafty farm this thing down? Will they swap before we get a chance to find out? And again, I throw a move. Panic throw. But it's okay, we've still got a bit of energy left from this Scrafty. They make the swap into Ariados, and we're going to get lunging. And we're going to expect the Medicham to charge up to a Psychic so it can pressure our shields or health as much as possible. We're going to shield it just in case, and this time we get baited. So that is not great. And they have a second move. We're thinking this has got to be a Power-Up Punch, right? But no, it's a Psychic. We get taken down in one shot, and now it's on Scrafty to handle a fighter, and we don't like that. Scrafty does not like fighting types. We have no shields left. They're just going to start ramping up their power-up damage, power-up punch damage, counter damage. They slow up into their slow bro. Going for another water pulse, is it? That should more or less take us out, if not totally take us out. We're able to farm it down, though, and leave with a foul play. This gives us a very small chance. I don't know why I didn't hit any bubbles. Oh, that's why, because they had a third Pokemon, and we had zero chance. It happens sometimes, you know, you're focused so hard on the two, thinking you're about to get a win. It doesn't always work. So yeah, as you can see, it's a very well-rounded team. It can handle most things. You get stuck once or twice if alignment's not in your favour, but generally, it's a solid squad, and I love playing it in the Love Cup. It is so much fun. As always though, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.